is Olivia and I'm very excited to be presenting to you my final design concept and floor plan for Miranda Kerr's penthouse and community garden. A little bit on the background of our site. The site is 343 George Street in Sydney, New South Wales. This site is located right in the heart of the CBD and it was built in 1988, so it has a lot of history and it's an absolutely beautiful building, as you can see right here. It holds great architectural history in which we can admire, acknowledge and appreciate. We've done a lot of research on the site to get a really good understanding of what we're dealing with when we're designing. As you can see, it's the pink space over here. It's got a little bit of an interesting design where it cuts off the end, but it really does look special, as you can see up here. This is a bit of a bird's eye overview of where we are designing for. And over here, we've done some research on the temperature, the weather that's in Sydney all around throughout all seasons to get a better understanding of where the sun sets, where it rises, how hot it is, and what to expect from the penthouse being so high up. A little bit about the design project. Our client is Miranda Kerr, who is an Australian model and entrepreneur. Her and her family live in Malibu, however they are constantly coming back to Australia to have a holiday, to visit family and to relax. Miranda wanted to create a penthouse on the roof of 345 George Street, and on top of that she wanted something that was going to include the community, so a community space. She wasn't too sure what she wanted it to be, so it really was up to us to come up with something special and unique. We went through and we did some concept ideas, one for the penthouse and one for the rooftop community garden, which is what we chose to produce on the top floor. For some inspiration for the rooftop, we chose this beautiful rooftop in New York City. This was featured in Architectural Digest. And over here to the penthouse inspiration was this beautiful residential space that incorporated lots of space and lots of shape to show how intricate the design is. They used lots of different finishes, stone, the grass, the paving, all the different glass windows. Everything looks absolutely beautiful and it brings a lot of design depth to the image. In designing our final floor plan, we went through the design stages. There were 7 of them: genesis, form, materials, light, culture, space and condition. Please refer to the handout I've given you to see more information on how we use these steps to come to our final floor plan. I went back and had a look through some historical architecture and I found some really amazing elements here. Some things I really wanted to include in our final floor plan was the shape of the pyramid, which you can see here at the Louvre in France. It looks absolutely beautiful. And over here, we wanted to include some archways. I was very inspired by the ones at the Colosseum, and as you can see, they bring a lot of beauty and depth into the design. We thought of different ways we could use these and how we could incorporate them into our final floor plan. We thought that it would be really beautiful to have some archways in the community garden on the rooftop, and we would love to create a pyramid-style greenhouse on the top floor. We also wanted to make sure that our building was something unique and special. We thought it would be really beautiful to have rectangular shapes throughout our whole home design to show a real modern style, but with choosing different finishes and textures for the outside, it would still be creative, unique and different to what other homes already have. From here, we decided to create a site model. We did a sun study over here. We saw what the sun looked like in different places of the city at different times of the day. This gave us a real understanding of what it would be like on the top floor. And then we designed a concept design model. This showed us exactly how it would look and gave us a better understanding of if we like the concept we have come up with. From there we went and did some space planning, which is a very important step in design. We did the areas of movement, the direction of where people would be walking, if there's space. We showed a rough idea of the floor plan and we did some bubble diagrams to show just where we wanted things to lay out. From here we were able to get the approval from our client on the floor plans, and then we went and did some in CAD, which showed a more accurate representation of what we were going to create. Now these are absolute specific. They show all the dimensions and they show exactly what you need to know. We've got the ground floor, the first floor and the rooftop featured here, and we've got 2 elevations to show our home from 2 different directions. From here we chose the final main finishes. We've got the herringbone oak floorboards in the shade Honey, the white marble bench tops for joinery, the timber decking in the shade R, and the concrete finish. We also used the Dulux paint, a mixture of colours from there, but keeping everything in the earth tones like Miranda had requested. From here, we created some final 3D plans to give our clients a better understanding of what it would all look like. Everything came together so beautifully and we're so happy with how it all turned out. As you can see, we've got our 3 levels and on the top featuring our main community space. We were able to incorporate the pyramid style greenhouse and it really just adds that element of uniqueness to the design. As you can see on the rooftop, there's lots of space to relax. It's very beautiful, unique. You don't really see this a lot now, so it's nice to have the archways as well. They really bring in our historical architecture. As you can see in these snippets, you can see what it looks like close up in the greenhouse and another view of looking into the home. We've got our floor to ceiling windows like they requested, and this allows a lot of light to come into the space, especially on this side of the home in the morning. You can see the sunrise and it's stunning. We had the concrete finish on the outside to keep a modern approach, and it blended really well with our all of our finishes that we chose for the space. The last thing that we'd like to share with you is urbanism in the room, in the space, in the design. This urbanism means the way of life of Sydney and all of its surroundings. Over here we can see that there's lots of buildings that have come up in Sydney, and it is now our choice to start to build things that incorporate more natural environments. Because this is really rare, we thought that it is an amazing opportunity to create something on the rooftop where the community can come up the elevator, George Street, and spend some time to relax in nature and enjoy all of the greenery around. These green spaces are really rare and they're really important to our environment. As you can see, this is one of our main priorities, and we're very excited to share with you our final design plan, our archways, our pyramid. Everything looks absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, and look forward to seeing your thoughts.